Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. In the first two verses, we were told that this world is merely an appearance, an illusion. Then the question comes, can the illusion exist without the substratum? Every illusion must have a substratum. For example, the common example in Vedanta is the snake and the rope. You may not know Brahman in Vedanta, but you have to know the snake and the rope. The snake is meant for the disciples and the rope is meant for the Guru to hang himself. So this example of snake and the rope, there are two components. One component is the real one and the second component is the appearance one. So the real component is not known as it is, when the rope is not known as it is. There are three possibilities. First of all, rope is not known at all. Then there cannot be any projection, there cannot be any illusion. Second thing, if the rope is known as a rope, then also there is no projection, no illusion. See? But when the rope is known, that there is something, but what is that, it is not known. See? Then some projection is made. Do you know that man? I don't know. But maybe he looks like a cheat. Now where from the cheat has come? See? So if you know that he is a good person or a bad person, no problem. But when we do not know completely, there is no problem. When we know completely, there is no problem. When the knowledge is incomplete, then there is a problem. Like in deep sleep. See? We have no sense of otherness. We are in a state of utter ignorance. We don't know us. We don't know the world. We don't know the God. Therefore, there is no problem. That is why they said ignorance is bliss. And the wise people, this was the condition of the absolutely ignorant. And the wise people, they know who they are, what the world is. For them also there is no problem. Problem is for you and me. We know, but we do not know what is what. Such people, like us, majority, start projecting what is not. Therefore, the rule is, no illusion can ever appear without a substratum. Like, take one or two examples. This example I am repeating so that it will become your subjective experience. Man is the substratum. The sun is superimposed on man. Then man is a substratum. The husband is superimposed on the man. Then the man is the substratum and the father is superimposed on the man. So that man I am. Now, when the superimpose is taken to be real, so what will happen? I as a son will become miserable when the father is alive and more miserable when the father is not there. So who is becoming miserable? This superimposed entity. See? Similarly, I, the husband, who is a superimposed entity, is miserable. When I, the man, is not husband, there is no misery. Then I, the man, as a husband, there is misery. Then by God's grace, my wife dies. Everything happens by God's grace. So when my wife dies, what happens to the husband, the me? Nothing happens. I continue to be the second husband. See, I am the same. So, substratum is the real and superimpose is an illusion. Now the question is, which is the substratum? This is now said in the third verse. Yasyaiva spuranam sadatmakam asat kalparthakam bhasate sakshat tattvamasiti veda vachasa yo bodhayatyashritan yas sakshat karanat bhavenna punara vrittir bhavambho nidhau tasmai shri guru murtaye namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye. Yasya eva spuranam asat sadatmakam kalparthakam bhasate. It is on the substratum of this absolute reality, this appearance of names and forms, the appearance of the duality, the appearance of the I versus you, appears to be real. See? So, there are two components. One is the appearance, second is the substratum. Now, get this as your subjective experience. Have we ever read anywhere or written ourselves autobiography of a dreamer? Nobody writes. What is the reason? The reason is, in every dream there is a new dreamer. See? It is not the same dreamer repeated. One day, one Guru Maharaj woke up in the morning and started crying. So the disciples said, Guru Maharaj, why you are crying? Guru is not supposed to cry. He should make the disciples cry. How come you are crying? So he said, I had a very bad dream, my dear disciples. But anyway, it was just a dream. You only taught us dream is an illusion. No, it was in the class. But I had a very bad dream, very bad dream. You know what I dreamed? I was a butterfly. Then never mind, it was just a dream. You don't allow me to talk my doubt. My doubt is, I, your Guru, dreamed as a butterfly, or is the butterfly dreaming that I am your Guru? See, friends. So, if there is a separate dreamer for every dream, in the same manner, for every waking experience, there is a separate waker. If you can digest this, you have understood the crux of your own self. This is to be understood. See, when I say that during my childhood, so childhood belongs to whom? To the body, not to me. Therefore, nobody ever experiences that one is born, one is growing, one has modified, one has changed, one has become old, and one has died, and one is absent. This cannot fall in the purview of our experience. See? Then what happens? Body goes on changing. First the body was child, So with the childhood body, I get attached, identified. During our childhood, things were different. See? In Calcutta, I went to somebody's house, in Marwadi family, for dinner. That is the only purpose I visit the people's home. This is for your information. So, when I was sitting there, one elderly man, he asked me, Swamiji, where from you have come? Now, looking at his age, I didn't want to play fool with him. Otherwise, I enjoy fooling people. So, he said, I told him, I said, I have come from Vrindavan. Because from Vrindavan, I went to Calcutta. Sometimes I speak the truth. So, when I told that I have come from Vrindavan, he said, Swamiji, Vrindavan has changed so much these days. Earlier, 40 years before, Vrindavan was not like this. There are monkeys outside. If something is lying there, bring it up inside. Knowledge they will not take. So, I said, Babuji, Uncleji, please come here. So I called him near a sink where you wash your hands and there is a mirror. So I said, look into the mirror. 40 years before this was like that. See friends, when we say 40 years before the world was different, today it is different, world begins from our gross body. World is not outside. See friends, begins from our body. So as for every dream there is a separate dreamer, so also for every waking experience there is a different waker. See? On what ground you say that every dream there is a separate dreamer, but in and through all the waking experience there is only one waker? See, is it wisdom? It is the height of foolishness. But our experience we can't deny. See, this garland, this Amma makes very beautiful garland. Garland, is it an object or it is just an appearance? What is a garland? Many flowers are put together by a continuous thread and we call it as a garland. And when we remove the thread, flowers are there, thread is there, where the garland has gone? Number one. Number two, more the number of flowers, longer will be the garland. Lesser number of flowers, smaller will be the garland. If there is only one flower, can you make a garland out of it? If you live only today, don't bring your past. Don't worry about your future. Remain in utter today. There is no ego. Because what is ego? Ego is like a garland. It appears, but it is not. See friends, but this ego appears to be real. So the reality is borrowed from the thread, and individual flowers in Sanskrit and Hindi is called as phool, F-O-O-L. So individual flowers like fools, so we collect all the fools together and make a garland of fools called as ego. See, friends. And therefore, when an old person is there, there are more flowers. And therefore, a very strong ego, long ego. See, and small kids, few flowers, a short garland. Therefore, minimum ego. And therefore, one moment the child is angry, next moment the child is smiling. There is no prestige issue made by a child because there is no ego. See, friends. So this whole world that we talk as an appearance is supported by this reality. Yasyaiva spuranam sadatmakam asat kalparthakam bhasate. Any metal you study in your chemistry, you will not see one quality of the metal. What is the shape of the metal? You will get all other attributes. What is the specific gravity? What is the conductivity? What is the tensile power, etc. You won't get what is the shape of a metal. Therefore, gold supports all ornaments, but it is not influenced by any shape and the name of the ornament. So in the gold, the ornament is superimposed. The reality is the gold. The name and the form of the ornament is an illusion. See, in the same manner, this whole world, which consists of the following factors, is supported by the same reality. The differences appear on account of the gadgets through which the reality is expressing. See? Suppose you stand before the wall, will we see our reflection? No. Is it something wrong with our face? No. Then why we can't see? Anyway, never mind. Now stand before the mirror. Do we see our reflection? Yes. Now why the reflection was not appearing in the mirror, in the wall and appearing in the mirror? It is not the fault of the face, but the instrument where it was manifesting. In the same manner, in the inert world of names and forms, the absolute reality expresses as only pure existence. Stones exist, bricks exist, buildings exist, only existence. And existence is a common denominator. It can never be denied. See? Then the same existence is supporting the plant kingdom. Now that existence is able to manifest, in addition to the existence, the life in the plant. So the difference is on account of the conditioning through which the reality is expressing, not in the reality. See, like when you take fire and put wood in that, so you will get both heat and light. But if you apply the same fire only to water in a pail, the heat will be there, light won't be there. So the difference is on account of the conditioning through which the fire is expressed. In the same manner, the absolute conscious reality, some places expresses as mere existence, some places expresses as existence plus life, third places in animal kingdom expresses as existence, life and knowledge, and human being expresses in addition to these three also as bliss. But because of the differences in the gadgets, the reality doesn't become different, one and the same. He whose attention is on this reality will he ever have any biasness towards the different expressions of life? See, our attention is not on the essence. Our attention is only on the expressions. See, friends. Therefore, yasyaiva spuranam sadatmakam asat kalparthakam bhasate. And because of that, the illusion is accepted by us as real. But once you start analyzing and understanding that all the appearance is possible only if there is a substratum. See. Now the same reality, the conscious reality, the Satchidananda Paramatma, when it is expressing through the man's body, beard will grow luxuriously. When the same conscious reality is expressing through the donkey's body, only braying will happen, no melody will come out. The same conscious reality when manifesting through a cobra, then poison will come out. Through the cow, the milk will come out. Does it mean cow has got nutritious consciousness and the cobra has got poisonous consciousness? No. Where is our attention? See, friends, this is what in Bhagavad Gita's 5th chapter Bhagavan says, Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Shuni Jaiva Shvapakecha Panditaha Samadarshinaha. The wise people see and perceive the substratum and not giving undue importance to the superimposed. See, friends. Therefore, when we are living in this world, give minimum importance to the differences. Don't talk of differences. Don't describe differences. Don't support differences. See the common substratum. But when this is not seen, all the differences and disintegration happens. Therefore, yasyaiva spuranam sadatmakam asat kalparthakam bhasate sakshat tattvamasiti vedavajasa yogodayatya. Now this is what we have understood, that the substratum of the total world of names and forms is the absolute reality. Now here one more problem comes up. So we start objectifying the reality. Oh, I have understood. That which is the substratum of total appearance is the reality. Understood. What understood? That reality is someone other than me, not me. The instruction is Tattvamasi, but the understanding is Aham Brahmasmi. It is not the Guru says you are the reality. Understood? Yes, what you have understood? You are the reality, not me. Don't touch me. That is not the meaning. See. Therefore, first we have to purify our vision and perception. Don't get lost into differences. Then our mind will remain integrated. It will not be scattered in differences. Such an integrated mind is now applied for inquiry. Because this world exists only till I is there. If I is not there, my wife cannot exist. If I is not there, my children cannot exist. Children will exist, but they will not be mine. Because when I am not there, how anything can be mine? See? Then the question comes, who is this I? Who is supporting this whole world? So, Sakshat Tattvamasiti Vedavachasa. Here the teacher Bodhayati Ashritan. Those who have approached the teacher with all humility, sincerity, surrender and faith, to them the teacher instructs that what I have been talking to you is not about something above the clouds, but we are talking about you. See, friends, in this Tattvamasi Mahavakya, there are three words: Tat, Tvam and Asi. Any sentence is meaningful when the component of that sentence, every word, is clearly understood and what is the relationship among them. Then only the knowledge takes place. If we have simply assorted words, cow, ceiling, dog, wife, it doesn't make any sense. When we say, when I was looking at the ceiling, the cow entered the house and the dog was barking at the cow and the wife was at me. Then a sentence has happened and meaning has taken place. So, Tattvamasi in this Mahavakya, Tat, Tvam and Asi. Now, what is the meaning of Tat? See, Tat is that. See, that means which is far away. Far away. That thou art, that you are. What is that? That has got two meanings. That which is the support of this total world of names and forms, and that which is responsible for our existence and the relation between us and the world. So, Tat means the world created and God the creator. Tat. Tvam means what? Tvam means you, the one who thinks himself to be an assembly of the five great elements and starts recognizing yourself as the body and the soul, etc. So now the teacher says, you are that. So now the question comes, how can I, the miserable, be the all blissful God? How I, the less powerful, be the all powerful God? How I, the little knowledge, be the omniscient God? But this is the instruction. You are that. Then how do we know this? So here we remove the superimposed and approach the substratum. Now this is said through some example, it becomes clear, non-abstract. It is becoming abstract. So it will be difficult. So be very good, not difficult. Okay. The Krishna who was stealing the butter from the gopis in Gokul Vrindavan, and the one who gave instruction to Arjuna on the battlefield is one and the same. How can we say that child be such a grown-up man? You know, when Bhagavan Krishna was stealing the butter, etc., he was hardly of the age of 5 or 6 or 7. And when Bhagavad Gita was told by Arjuna by Bhagavan Krishna, that time he was 89 years of age. How can these two be the same? And he was a thief, Makanchor. And he was a wise man, giving instruction. How it can be the same? So to understand the common denominator, what we have to do? We have to reject that position, that time, that activity from Krishna, and we have to reject this position, this activity from the life of Krishna. Then we come to know in and through all the expressions there was one reality in the same manner. The one who supported the childhood experiences the childhood world, and the child is the same one who is supporting the middle age life, the middle age personality. He has not changed. Sakshat tattvamasi vedavachasa. See, friends, you don't have to go anywhere outside. Everything is with us. Only if we become extremely subtle and start analyzing and evaluating our own experiences in the light of wisdom. See, friends, all the time that we suffer is somebody. Cease to be somebody. You will never suffer in life. But then how to live in this world? Karnataka. See? Like on the stage. On the stage we are actors, is it not? An actor is the one who gets name, fame, popularity and everything. And we are reactors. Do acting. In acting, everything appears to be happening, but nothing happens. Like, I am talking to you, appears to be that you are listening. That nobody is listening. Then why do you talk? Do you think I am talking? I am also bluffing. Many years before, I used to always say, my lectures are bluff sessions. And one day I discovered higher truth. I am not bluffing. The audience is bluffing as if they are listening. See, friends. So how do we live in this world then? Therefore, in the morning class, as I told you, when you take the position of the space, addition and subtractions make no difference to the space. See? If we are living as the truth, the infinite, in the infinite, nothing can be added and nothing can be subtracted. That infinite being is our essential nature. Sakshat tattvamasi veda vachasa yo bodhayatyashritan. Yo ashritan bodhayati. He who gives this direct experience to the sincere seekers of truth. Therefore, spiritual evolution is not a gain. Because you cannot add anything to yourself. You are the infinite. And where there is no gain possible, there is no loss actually possible. Where loss and gain are equal. And this is what Bhagavad Gita tells. The other day somewhere we spoke, the heart of Bhagavad Gita. This is the heart of Bhagavad Gita. Sukha dukkhe same krutva. Joy and sorrows are equal. Means what? Whether it is raining or it is a bright sun, it makes no difference to the sky. Whether it is a bright light or a pitch darkness, it makes no difference to the sky. Whether there are volcanoes happening or beautiful cities being built, it makes no difference to the sky. In the same manner, abiding in this truth takes us beyond all happenings. But many times we get carried away by the so-called spiritual practice and spirituality. Something is happening, In one of the places, Mahabaleshwar in India, after my sessions were over, I was standing below a tree because my friend took the car for filling the petrol. I said, you go. I'll wait here, such a beautiful spot. You come and pick me up. So when I was standing there, one couple came from somewhere. And I don't know why did I say. So I asked that lady, I said, Amma, why do you torture this Bhole Baba? Swamiji, did he come and tell you? I said, then how do you know? I said, it is my fault, I am sorry. And then she said, you tell him something. I said, what should I tell him? He is very selfish. I said, hey, please don't be selfish. Next. What can you tell him? You know how he is selfish? I said, I don't know. You know, he does meditation in the morning, all alone. He doesn't wake me up. And you know, in his meditation, he gets visions. He tells me sometime, he sees bright light. And Swamiji, I have never seen any light. What is the reason? I said, bulb fuse. This is not meditation. Don't get carried away by all these things. You will get lost only in imaginations. See? But why these lights come different colors? Because you are standing too much before the traffic light. So sometimes you will see green light. Ah, green. Bhagwan has come in a green color. Yellow? Why it has become yellow? It has changed. See, any experience which comes and goes is only a mental projection. Any experience which is created as a result of meditation is an illusion. Have courage to accept it. See, friends. Otherwise, all the time worried, something is going up, 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 and now it is not coming down. Why should I do? Hawa chhod do. Don't get carried away by all these things. Or else all the time we come across this thing. One, friend came with his friend. He said, Swamiji, this is my friend. I said, it's your problem, not mine. He said, Swamiji, actually, he has a problem. I said, is he dumb? No, he can talk, then let him talk. You don't be his advocate. So he spoke. Swamiji, by my Guru's grace, all my chakras are open. And my Kundalini is awakened. But now the problem is, after that my Guru died. Now I don't know what next. So I come to you. So I started laughing. He said, why are you laughing? I said, you already killed one Guru. Now you want to kill me? You are a Guru eater. Self-realization is that about which you have no question, you have no doubt. Now find out. We have no question, we have no doubt about our being. Can we say, I think I am here? No, we don't think, we know. I think I may be able to climb this tree. It is right. But I don't say, I think I am. No, we don't think. This eternal presence, abiding in this, is spiritual path. All else, everything else, it will keep you moving in the Prakriti. And then you will be told, you will go to this loka, Brahma loka, Varun loka, and this loka, and then your astray body, astral, your astray body, it will go through the stones and the bricks and the fires and all that thing, and then it will come back here. कैसा था? बोर था. Don't get carried away by all that. When a bulb becomes fused, where the light goes? Does it go to another bulb being searched? Goes again born? In the same manner. When you switch on your car, horsepower is born. You switch off, horsepower goes. Where it goes? Again you switch on, again horsepower born. Now H1 is equal to H2 is equal to what? Is horsepower a reality? And where is the horsepower? Is it in the petrol? We go to the gas station, 40 horsepower डाल दे. No. The horsepower is neither in the petrol nor in the steel out of which your machine is made. You can't see anywhere horse or the power. And yet it is there. It is just a manifestation. In the same manner, life is a manifestation. Nobody is born, nobody dies. Come to this. This is the truth. Otherwise, all the time, in the last life, I was donkey. Acha, like this life. Get rid of this wrong notion of last life, this life, next life. You are the one. Like many clothes, we keep on changing. We don't change, we are the same way, in the same manner. So many experiences have come and gone. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptihi dhirastatra namuyati. Like so many bodies we have changed, right from childhood onwards, how many bodies we have changed. But there is an illusion. We are in the same body. It is not the same body, man. It is totally different. According to medical science, they say every cell of the body is totally replaced every 7 years, completely. So suppose I am 70 years. So how many bodies I have changed? 10 bodies I have changed. But what is my illusion? I am in the same body. See? The more you focus your attention on the substratum, Sakshat Tattvamasi bodhavachasam yo bodhayatyashritan. That is the truth. See, friends, everything in this world is recognized as existing. Camera exists, bulb exists, human beings exist, the plants exist, everything exists. And we also exist. So what is the difference? The duality has no place. There is but one reality, which is playing the role, objectively called as the world, subjectively called as the jiva, but both of them are supported by one principle. Come to discover this. Then only life is a celebration. Sakshat Tattvamasi bodhavachasam yo bodhayatyashritan. Yas sakshat karanat bhavenna punaravrittir bhavambho nidho. Yes, sakshat karanat. When we thus come to discover this truth as our essential nature, see, then there is no more again punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam. No. That is KG1, KG2 spirituality. Get out of this notion that we are born, we are growing, we will die, and will be born again. Nothing is born, nothing has ever died. When a wave appears, is it born? And when it dies, has it disappeared? No. See, friends, therefore, when our attention is on this substratum, Yes, sakshat karanat. Attention is only on the substratum. Then, na bhavet punaravritti. Then we are not again and again born. Be attentive. Birth is identification with the finite. Misery comes, we become identified with the misery. Miserable is born. Then the health comes, we get identified with the health. Healthy is born. You know, diseases are the blessings in disguise. Those people who have not gone through any ill health, they are most unfortunate. I came across one healthy man. He was probably something like 81 or so. And in the morning I went for a walk in Calcutta somewhere. And sitting on a bench, watching the people running here and there. One thin fellow, shorty, with a mini short pant and a golf cap, and looking as if you do, he will go away. He came and stood in front of me and asked me, "Can you tell me what is my age?" Now you talk in the morning to an unknown person and ask about your age. So I looked at him. I said 3 years. Because such a question cannot be asked by a maturely grown-up person. Children can ask such question. So he said, no, don't joke, tell me really. What do you think, what is my age? Then I knew his disease, what was his disease. So I told him, I said, you are 18 years old. I know you will say this, everybody thinks I am 18 years old. But then I said, stop now. But in fact, you are 81 years young, is it not? And you are so happy. You are the one who has correctly judged my age. Now in the old age, when you look young, it is a cartoon. Look old in the old age, it is a graceful existence. See, looking as a child in the childhood is beauty. Looking youngster in the young age is a beauty. Looking old in the old age is a beauty. See? But we are borrowing the agelessness from the reality and superimposing on the old body and want to say, I am 81 years young. So the young is from the reality and 81 belong to the body. See friends, when we are able to separate these two clearly, then yas sakshat karanat bhavenna punaravritti bhavambo nidho, then we are neither born nor do we die. See? This is the biggest illusion. Death is the biggest illusion in this world. Nobody has ever died. If you don't believe, show me. You cannot. See, I was in US in somebody's house. As my assignment, I went there. And they had one child, maybe about 8-10 years of age. And he was really genius. So he said, Swamiji, come, I'll show you something. So I went to his room. And those, plastic cubes, he has made many beautiful things. His whole room was filled. Cars, aeroplanes, houses, bridges, and everything beautifully done. He said, how do you like it? I said, what is the use of liking? You won't give me anything. No, I'll give you. Ask what you want. I said, look here, I don't have a house. Give me that house. You have to take it. So simple. Only one condition. I will take out my cubes. See, friends. If you take out the cubes, will the house remain? So is the house a reality? And when the cubes are separated, will you say that the house died? Think. When the body is dropped, what happens? First of all, the heat departs to the total heat. The individual air merges in the total air. And slowly all the elements dissolve in their own area. And the space which was occupied by the body, that space is released for somebody else. So who has died? Think. As a body, we cannot die. As Jiva, we cannot die. Because in the last life we have done mischief. Therefore in this life you got married to that lady. And you don't behave properly now also. Next life she is again going to come and torture you. That means you existed earlier. In this life you are existing. In next life you continue to exist. So as a body we cannot die. As a soul we cannot die. And as absolute reality, there is no possibility of death. Yes sakshat karanat bhavenna punara vrittir bhavambo nidhau. What we have to sakshatkar, what we have to clearly, distinctly experience is only this. Either accept this world as an illusion, right from your body onwards. The body neither we have created ourselves, nor the body listens to us. Why worry so much about the body? Think. And yet, our whole life is living for the body, on everybody. Nothing else. Yes sakshat karanat bhavenna punara vritti bhavambo nidhau. See friends. Therefore the three principles. When we take ourselves to be body, even then death is not possible. If we take ourselves to be soul, there also death is not possible. Because it is the journey, last life, this life, next life. So who has died? Like before coming to this place, I was in Binoni. Before that, I was in PE. Before that, I was in Durban. I am the same. Things have changed around. Who has died? Childhood died, teenage came, the teenage died, middle age came, middle age died, I think I am old age came. One child asked me this question, Swamiji, what is the difference between childhood and old age? I said, I don't know. Simple things you don't know, Swamiji. See, childhood comes and goes. Old age comes and takes. Doesn't go. So as body we don't die, as a soul we don't die, and as a pure self, death is not possible. Oh God, marne bhi nahi dete. Now you have no freedom. You cannot die. This freedom is called as or Vedanta Shastra. Otherwise, all the time, if you do this thing, you will go to hell. Nobody goes to hell. We are already creating hell here. Self-sufficient. Yes sakshat karanat bhavenna punaravritti bhavambo nidhau tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye. Now coming to our own personality, Nana Chidra Ghatodara Sthita Mahadeepa Prabha Bhaswaram Jnanam Yasya Tu Chakshuraji Karana Dvara Mahi Spandate Janamiti Tameva Bhantam Anubhati Etat Samastam Jagata Tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye Namaidam Sri Dakshina Murtaye. Here a beautiful picture is built up. Like you must have seen some places they have got a big, huge pot, and on the walls of that pot there are many holes, and in that pot there is a big lamp. From a distance when you look at it, it appears as if there are many light beams coming out. Exactly the same way, our body is a pot. Therefore, children go for potty. Our body is a pot. And in this pot, the body, there are many holes. Therefore, we are all holy. Which are those holes? Holes of the eyes, ear, nose, skin, etc. So like one light coming out of many holes appears to have become many, in the same manner, one knowledge coming out of the eyes becomes the vision, coming out of the ears becomes the hearing ability, coming out of the tongue becomes the wagging ability. How simple it is. But our attention is, as usual, not on the one, but on the manyness, multiplicity. This is the reason why the mind makes us dance. Only in one, mind cannot survive. For the survival of the mind needs at least minimum two. If there is only one, mind dies. So what the mind does? Either it will go on remembering the past, which is many, or it will go on projecting and worrying about the future, which is many. But when you come in the utter present, it is only one. And when the mind comes in the utter present, mind dies. And who wants one's death? Nobody wants. See, friends, therefore, observe. The mind doesn't allow us to remain in the present. If we are old, जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन भाड़ में तुम भी जाओ. And if we are youngsters, I don't know what is going to happen. It's very difficult, During your time it was good, but there is too much of competition. I don't know what I am going to do. Both of them. Oldies feed their mind by the past memories, and youngsters feed their mind by the future worries. A wise person lives in the utter present, and therefore his mind disappears. See, friends, we read the popular books, The Power of Now, and enjoy, but we don't discover that you are. See, reading the book and enjoying is only objective, intellectual appreciation. It is not experience. See, friends, therefore, when we are thus able to recognize this one mind alone is peeping out of the different holes, and therefore jnanam yasyatu chakshuradi karna dvara vaispandate. And as a result of this, what happens? Janami iti. Then a notion happens. I know. Be very attentive. In the objective knowledge and the subjective experience, what is the basic difference? In the objective knowledge, it is, this is a mic. Second step, I know this is a mic. Third step, I am not the mic. So in the objective knowledge gathered through the mind, two notions happen. One is the notion of I, and second is the notion of not I. So I know, and the mic I am not. So that knowledge in which the notion of I-ness and not I-ness happen, it is at the level of the mind. But when it comes to the subjective experience, in the subjective experience, this duality of I know or I do not know is not valid. See? Because the knower and the known are not two. See, friends, there is an option in the objective knowledge. Do you know what it is? No, I don't know. Do you know what it is? Yes, I know. About the objective world, these two options are possible. I know and I do not know. But when it comes to subjective experience, there is no option. I cannot say I do not know myself. I cannot say I know myself. Therefore, the truth is beyond knowledge and ignorance. See, friends. So, janami iti tameva bhantam anubhati etas samastam jagat. So, this absolute reality illuminates the objective world, the subject, illuminating the objective world, the knower of the world, and the knowledge of the world, all the three. Object of the world, then knowledge of the object of the world, and the knower of the knowledge of the object of the world. All these three are illumined by one conscious reality. Is it not our experience? I know this is a mango. So mango I know. Then this mango knowledge also I know. And I know the mango, this also I know. So all these three components are illumined by one common denominator. And this common denominator is beyond any duality. Therefore, janamiti tameva bhantam anubhati etat samastam jagat tasmai Sri Guru Murtaye namaidam Sri Dakshinamurtaye. See? In the experiences that we go through, we all know very clearly. Like the dream experience and the dreamer, all the three are known to us. But which us? The waker? No. Because waker was not there. How can the waker know? But we still know. The one who knows the dream experience and the dreamer must be someone other than the three. See, similarly, we also know the waking world, the waking experience and the waker. So he also must be other than the three. And there is one factor which is eliminating waking state, dream state, deep sleep and samadhi. See? This absolute reality, space-like, is Dakshinamurti. So don't go in search of God in place to place, time to time. Be with yourself. No efforts are required. If your meditation is effortful, you are going the wrong way. There are zero efforts. Patanjali says, Prayatna Shaithilya Ananta Samapatibhyam. Whenever we reach the stage of effortlessness, we are reaching the truth. Till you sleep, lots of efforts. On the back, on the side, on the stomach, Bhujangasana. And then when you really enter the sleep, all your efforts disappear. See, friends. But what is our life? Our life is full of efforts. We want to prove something to somebody, and only thing is, we do not know what we want to prove and to whom. And our whole life is only this struggle. See? Because when I become a husband, I want to prove to the wife that I love her. Impossible, you cannot do it. Where Bhagwan Ram failed, will you succeed? So be yourself, relax, and let the truth be revealed. See, friends, so our position is like the space. Clouds come dark, heavy, and pour in cats and dogs initially, then cows and buffaloes, and then elephants and camels, and all the clouds disappear. Nothing happens to the space. Then a second group of clouds come, white clouds, making lot of noise, thunder, but not a drop of water. They also go away. Then there is a pitch darkness. That also goes away. Then there is a cloudless blue sky. That also doesn't make any purity to the sky. That conscious space that we are, in which the raining clouds are the waking experience, the thundering clouds are the dream experience, the dark nights are the deep sleep, and the cloudless blue sky is the samadhi. All of them come, go, come, go. Nothing happens to this reality. This is our essential nature. What efforts the clouds have to do to protect, not clouds, the space has to do to protect itself from the clouds? Nothing. See? What trouble the gold has to take to protect itself from the necklace? In one shop I was called to inaugurate. We are called for any purpose, We are all like a master key for anything they call. Somebody gets married, they call us. Somebody doesn't get married, they call us. Somebody get divorced, they call us. Somebody doesn't die, they call us. Swami ji, kuch karo. So I was called for one shop inauguration, and it was a jeweler shop. Ribbon cutting and everything was done. Then he said, Swamiji, I won't give you. Just want to know. Suppose there are two idols. One is Rama, second is Ravana. Both of them are made of gold. Which you will take? I said, do you imagine? I am a Swami. He said, of course you are a Swami, so you will take Rama's idol. I said, over? He said, yes. I said, now listen. Tell me which is heavy. My interest is neither in Rama or Ravana, interest is in gold. See, friends. When we thus become focal on the self that we are, then alone life is celebrated. Otherwise, all the time we only keep on calculating and nothing comes out. See, friends. How many, like Kathopanishad says, Sasyamiva mardyaha pachyate, sasyamiva jayate punaha. Like every season, new grass comes up. Lives for some time. It dries and dies away. Again, next season, again grass comes up. Exactly this is your and my story. Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacharjuna tanyaham veda sarvani natvam vetta parantava. How many times we are born and how many times let us perish. There is nothing new in this world. Hold on to this substratum which is supporting all the changes. abiding in this unchanging substratum is the only way to celebrate life. All other celebrations are only exhaustion. See? Like, we wait for the Friday, TGIF, and then go for a weekend, and come on Monday, weekend. And again we work for 3-4 days so that we can again go on weekend and become weekend and come back. And nothing else. What you have done in your whole life, weekend and nothing else. There is something higher. The real celebration is freedom. See? Not depending on the things and beings around us. He who has discovered this freedom, he alone is celebrating life. All others are only struggling, trying to show that after marriage also I am happy. To whom can you cheat? See? When Bhagwan Rama suffered after the marriage, will you be happy? See, friends. Therefore, focus attention on the substratum. And then play the role that you have to play. If you are before your subordinates, roar like a lion. If you are before your wife, be like a cat. And do every role that you have to play perfectly and celebrate. No complaints, no achievements, no failures. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha.